Hey y'all, it's Canuary 2026. This is a huge collaboration hosted by Leisa at Suttons Daze. She is a master at food preservation, and I love watching her and her channel. She does all kinds of great pantry videos and how to stock your pantry. Just wonderful. And I'll have her channel linked down below. I know you're probably here because of her, but if you're not familiar with my channel, my name is Ann from Ann's Southern Home. I live in North Carolina. I have a husband, Doug. I have 2 children, a boy and a girl. My son is married and has 2 children, a boy and a girl. And I have a daughter, and she lives with us, and she has 2 sons, and they live with us they live here every other week. And also we're remodeling this home that we've been in since March, and we're still remodeling it. So we got a lot going on. But Leisa from Suttons Daze is giving away some things, and I'll have that listed down here. I'll list it right here. And also Forjars is sponsoring this Canuary 2026, and they will have some giveaways too, and I'll list that here, and I'll also list that down below in the description box. And all you have to do is leave a heartfelt comment on all the videos, and you'll be entered every time you comment on a video. And also there's going to be a live at the end of the month on January the 31st. I'll have that information as well on Lisa's channel. Going to do some more giveaways with other channels giving some things away, and you'll only be able to be in that giveaway on that day on the live, so be there. And I just hope that you're going to love this recipe. I got to get to the recipe. I am doing choice soups. I am doing 3 choice soups, and if you're not familiar with choice soups, they give you a little bit more leeway. I'm usually by the book canning a recipe, and it kind of gives me anxiety not to go by the recipe and be able to do a couple things different. But after a couple years, I finally got up the nerve and just went for it, and I'm so glad I did. I got lots of help from the canning books and trusted canning people that I know that are safe, because I always want to be safe. I do not want to put my family at risk by doing something that I'm not supposed to do. So I've got my ForJar lids over here, and I canned like 23 jars of this soup. One's a hamburger soup, because I love the vegetable soup from Ball, but I like some hamburger in mine the way my mom used to make it. So I put ground beef in that one. I did a white chicken chili, and I also did a taco soup. All 3 of those can be turned into another dinner or 10. And I just love the way that you can use this as a soup or as a meal idea. And I got 23 jars, so I've got 23 different meals that I can do. So I'm excited this whole month of January and the whole new year. I'm excited to bring y'all more canning videos, some more scratch-made things that I'm gonna make, and also bring you videos of me using this soup in different meals. So I hope y'all enjoy this video, and I'll turn you around and let's get started. I'm gonna start out with the chicken broth. I got this from my freezer. It's one of the chickens that we butchered, and I'm going to make some chicken stock with that. I'll have that recipe linked down below in the description box. And I'll also be able to take the chicken out and use that in my recipe. And I can take the bones and the skin and put that back in and make more chicken broth with it and make some bone broth. I'm also adding in all the skin and all those pieces that I'm not going to use in my soup. And I've got the first batch to put in the fridge so I can get it cold and skim off the fat off the top. And now I'm working on another batch of chicken broth. The first soup I'm making is a white chicken chili soup, and I'm using Great Northern beans, but you could use any kind of bean you want. And I am going by the guidelines for the beans, and it says for each cup of dried beans or peas, add 3 cups of water, boil 2 minutes, remove from heat, soak 1 hour, and then heat to boil and drain. So that's what I'm going to do with the beans, but you can use any kind of beans you want. And while those are sitting there, we'll start on the rest of the soup. I'm going to cut up the chicken that I made the broth with, but you could use beef, you could use pork, you could use ground beef. That's why these recipes for the choice soups are so great to tailor to how your family likes your soups. But each vegetable and each meat should be selected, washed, prepared, and cooked as you would for canning a hot pack. So you cannot add things like cabbage or cured ham or anything like that. You also can't add like noodles or pasta, rice or flour, cream or milk or thickening agents, but you could add it after you open the jar. All right, my beans are done. After they soaked for an hour, I heated them up to boiling, and now I'm going to drain them in my sink, and we'll set them to the side, and I'm going to work on my broth.
I just got it out of the fridge, and I'm going to scoop off all of the fat. You want to try to get as much as possible. You're not going to get it all, and that's fine.
All right, I've got my 8 cups of chicken broth here, and I'm going to add the beans. I'm going to add about a cup of onion in here. There is no separate recipe for canning onions, but you can use some. This recipe said a cup, but a large onion, I'm just going to add a cup. And it says 2 cans of green chilies. Of course, I only had 1. Sent my daughter to the store to get some more, and Target was wiped out, so we're only going to add 1 can, sadly. So I'm just going to stir that in. It says to add 2 cups of corn. That was this whole bag, and you want it to be thawed, so I thawed it out in the sink with some hot water. I wanted to use fresh, but of course Walmart didn't have any in stock, so I had to get frozen, thawed out. And this is only for soup. You do not want to can frozen items from the grocery store. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. I'm adding a teaspoon of paprika. You could add smoked paprika if you like. That would give it a smoky flavor. It doesn't call for it, but I'm going to add in a teaspoon of onion powder. It calls for 2 teaspoons of cumin. I'm only going to add in 1 because it's very strong, but you can always add more when you open the jar, and that's what I'm going for. I want some mild flavors, and I can always put more in it when it's done. It is smelling amazing over here, y'all. It's so good. And I'm going to taste it and see if it needs any salt, pepper, or anything like that. All right, I added a little bit more salt to it. This is so good. I cannot wait to try this when it gets done. So I'm going to let it come to a boil and boil it for 5 minutes, and then we're ready to can it.
And I'll be using the ForJars canning lids. They are sponsoring Canuary, and they're also doing a huge giveaway in addition to the giveaway that Leisa is doing. So some great products. I'll have their information linked down below in the description box. You do have to simmer the lids, but I'll give you all that information down below. I am out of the wide mouth one, so I might have to use different ones for some of those. But I got my rings here washed and ready, so I think my soup is ready. So let's get to canning. I almost forgot the most important part of the chicken chili is the chicken. So I'm going to add that, and then I will simmer it for 5 more minutes just to make sure that everything is hot and ready. And usually putting it in the jar is the easiest thing, but here you've got to have half solids and half liquids. So I couldn't find my funnel right then, and the other ones I did, but all I did was just put the solids in my measuring cup and put it in my jar with a spoon. And then I'll take that measuring cup and get the liquid and pour it in there. But the one thing is you have a little bit of solids in that liquid, so you could take the broth out and put that in a separate container, and then after you get your solids in, pour your broth in. But that's the only thing with this recipe. So I'm just going to take my wet paper towel, wipe the rim off. I want to make sure that I have a good seal on it. And then I'll fill the rest of the jars and process them for 75 minutes. I had to do a taste test, and this is so good. But this is going to be so good when it's really cold outside and you can sit under a warm blanket and eat a bowl of soup. But you can also turn these into meals, and the next few weeks I'm going to be using these in some regular meal ideas, not just soup heated up off the stove. And you could use this over some cornbread with some sour cream, some chives on the top. You could make a loaded chili bowl. You could pour it over rice. You could heat it and thicken it up. You could eat it with some tortilla chips, turn it into a casserole. You could turn it into a burrito or a wrap, make some nachos, a quesadilla. You could pour it over stuffed baked potatoes, make a pasta or a taco. This one's going to be a taco soup, and it is going to have ground beef in it, and I'm using chicken broth here. You could use beef broth, and I'm using black beans instead of the white northern beans. That's why I love these choice soups, because you can just make it any way you like, as long as you're using the tested recipes for each canning method. And I'm going to add in some onion, some chopped onion, and then I'm going to add in some of my canned tomatoes, and I'm just using the ones that I had canned already. And you could also use tomato sauce, and you could use tomato juice as well, because this counts as your liquids. And I'm using 2 cans. And I want to make sure I have enough liquid, so I also had some stewed tomatoes, and I'm going to add that as well. I'm also going to add in some organic tomato sauce to give it a little bit more flavor. And if you had a Mexican one, that would be good too. So you're going to add the same things you added to the white chicken chili. It's going to be paprika, garlic powder, onion powder. You're going to add in some cumin. And you don't want to go overboard because you can always add it when you open up the jar, but it does intensify the flavors when you can it. I'm also adding in salt and pepper to taste. Just make sure you taste it before you can it. Make sure it's at your liking. So then I'm going to go ahead and stir that around. Then we're going to go ahead and add in the ground beef. I know ground beef is so expensive, but I caught this on a sale, so I got to buy 4 packs, and I split it between this soup and the Hamburger soup that's going to come next. So just go ahead and stir that around. I went to the store and bought 2 large cans, so I'm going to put those in this taco soup. I wish I had more for the chicken chili, but I will next time when I make some more. And I'm also adding some more frozen corn that I thawed out and put that in. Then I'll just can it up just like the others, half full with solids and the rest with liquids. And we'll also can it for 75 minutes. This last one is a hamburger soup, and it's one of my favorites. I did make it up last night and let it sit in the fridge, and I just put potatoes in here, carrots in here, onions. My favorite soup is one my mom used to make us, and this is similar to it. Ball has a recipe for it, and I make it all the time, but it doesn't have ground beef in it. So I'm putting ground beef in this because that's the way my mom used to make it. But it's basically the same thing. You're just putting your vegetables in there and your broth. And then with your onion in there, I did add celery. You can add a little bit of celery even though it doesn't have its own recipe. So I've got all that together. And I'm going to add some tomatoes to this, and we're going to heat it up and can it. So I've just got 3 cans of tomatoes here, and I'm going to add those in. I think it gives it a better flavor if you put more tomato in than just having a broth-based soup. So I'm going to go ahead and add some corn. I think that is my favorite thing in soup is corn. I love it. I'm going to go ahead and bring this soup to a boil, and then we're going to can it. I did taste it and think it needed a little bit more something, so I added a jar of my tomato sauce, and that made it perfect. You could even use V8 juice if you wanted to. That would give it some more vegetable flavor, or just a regular tomato juice. So now I think we're ready to can it. I'm going to boil it for 5 minutes, and then we're ready. All right, we're ready. I just did half solids, half liquids. It's going to go for 75 minutes in the canner. And I also got 2 batches out of this. I did quarts and I did some pints because I had so much left over because I did not want to freeze it. I wanted to make sure that this was shelf stable and I don't have to search through my freezer and pick out the soup. And I've got it ready on my shelf, and I could make a hot steaming bowl of soup or another kind of recipe. I am so glad I got some soups on my shelf. Glad I went out of my comfort zone and did these choice soups, but they're wonderful.
I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I can't wait to come up with some more soups. I want to do like a chicken chowder with like some potatoes in it. I want to do kind of a base like for a Brunswick stew with some pork and corn and tomatoes. Just so many different ways that you can use these choice soup recipes and play with the ingredients and figure out what you like and what you don't like. And like I said, you can open up a jar and thicken it up or put some more ingredients into it or add some more spices. There's just so many possibilities. So I want to thank Leisa again for letting me join in. I love this collab, and I'm so glad I got to join in this year. And I will have everything you need in the description box, my recipes and all the guidelines, all of Leisa's information, and the playlist. So I hope y'all have a wonderful 2026, and I'll see y'all in the next video.